42.
She's new. Then it's me. Ibe ngaba babili ke nguHlombekazi no Sisonke. USisonke uHlombekazi ngilo uyipainter uthanda ubaneno les blonde.
Uye ke lo ndaba.
Ulandele emva kwami ke yena.
Mhlombe ne.
Yeah, uHlombekazi umbushi.
Ngulo 14.
Oh yeah.
Funa pictures
Sicele kuye da. Then we have the stylist and Sisonke, which is the younger one. Lo yambona mos.
Oh yeah.
The girl.
Yeah.
I love you.
I've seen you guys making food. What's happening?
Yes. So we go to Delft. That's one the weekender sandwich. That's why we Mr. Weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So we decided to it's indlela zethu esisikarela ngazo to try and have it go up. So we eat the weekender sandwich. So this like three as long as nepeka ne cheese ne cucumber ne tomato netswele. Yonke lonto siyithatha siyibeke emlilweni sispray. Wakho wasijaphi sonke spray way. Yathengisa you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Hey, your boy Kaufman, I'm out here in Cape Town, Kukuleta, Barcelona, Macho Menglau, in a pole, South Africa, man. Martina, happy!
100 shoot, 100 shoot.
It's late, but later. Yeah, man, it's yet another new episode, another new year, my friend. It's 2022. I'll call you one way. Since by two. Sibagunye in between. Thank you to everyone, man, who's been watching our shows during December holidays, binge watching all the episodes. As born in numbers, subscribers. Welcome.
Did you just say subscribers?
Except I did that actually. The interviewer Usamora.
Oh yeah.
No, I was not interviewing him. Then sends the intro before I went in with you.
Oh yeah.
You remember most
okay, yeah, session, sure.
I made the intro. That tipana Samora Magwa. I don't know.
Sounds like Samora. Sounds like that.
Yes, you Gavi. Yeah.
I also take those about.
Again, my friend. Otherwise, shout out to everyone, my friend. Welcome to this new episode. And I'm glad better celebrity. I was take her over. So you take her over the interview.
So it's
a celebrity Buddha. Smulele Charlie. Otherwise, King.
Give it up for me. Shout out to you. Shout out to him. Shout out to her. Yeah, they'll be great enough for me.
The grand now. I'm so happy that in New Year's it got on this high, man.
You have to.
I'm happy. Celebrate. Can you tell the people, Bani? I think Ababandu Bangakwaziyo from a podcast.
Yeah.
Some of them haven't really watched the events on Facebook.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Lona Sibulele Kali, Mr. Weekend, and I'm 28. Okay.
Yay.
Last up with a lot. I'm the presenter for Cape Town TV for a show that's named Hype It Up. So I'm the Buddha that you find in the streets, and I do even attend events and do but so I'm a field presenter, you know. Yeah, that's what you can say. And then I do record on studio. So yeah, I'm a presenter for Cape Town TV. And
before we go into like CTV and the things that you do in presenting,
yes.
Now I wanna know like where do you come from? I'm like what's going on? Because ndiyapideka kwifamily yakho ndasoloko ndibana nomuntu wakowenu. And then I've worked with abantu bakowenu but andimazi uba ngompi.
We get that a lot.
Yeah.
So I was born and bred in Khayelitsha, in Makhaza. That's where like half of my childhood, that's where everything happened, that's high schools, imagine high schools. So in primary I used to tour around in Khayelitsha. So the reason why I say I used to tour around in Khayelitsha, that's when I used to live with my mom and my dad in Makhaza. So what happened was there was a divorce that happened, and then we hopped around houses where we used to like, okay, we're renting here, we're taking this. So that's why I was roaming around the whole place. Then in 2008, my mom decided to move us to Delft, where my grand ebehlala pha uLezo umakhulu wami. So in 2008, that's where I finished almost everything, which is my primary school and my high school at Delft. So I spent half of it in Delft. Then last year, which is 2021, we decided to move back to where everything, all this creativity, where it was inspired, to move back to a Makhaza. So now I moved back to where I come from, which is Makhaza.
Oh yeah, how was it growing up in Makhaza?
Now or then?
Oh, now then and now.
It was that time. It was very different, bro, because it was a different era of izinto, and I used to. That's the thing I would say I would notice about it. And we used to be cricket players and stuff, because I think we were once that we not that time. We used to be it's cricket, and and we used to Ocean Pollock because
I remember. There was
that cricket language where you last boy. I
was actually part of Ngokia before KFC and Baker's Biscuits, Carl. I was part of a team here in Gooks.
Really?
Yeah. I was playing cricket. I still watch it. Namhlanje, if you're watching, they're playing a Wanderers Namhlanje at Johannesburg against the India. It's the second test. Sure. They lost the first one, but yeah. Tell us, like, after you went to Delft to Hlale for how many years?
At Delft in the Hlale from 2008. Nothing over 2008 in June, so it was the June holidays, and I was still doing grade 5 that time. We moved to Pakatinya again, so it was 2005, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. Dibala, right?
Hey. 2018. It's almost it's a decade.
Yeah, a decade. So it's like a decade in
Delft for a decade.
It's been very challenging there.
Yeah.
Because Gleneman City, when Makhaza, so you came to a different atmosphere where it's mixed race, there's the colored community, and then there's black people, everyone in the same street. So to me, everything, it was new. So I had to be able to adjust to the whole thing, because now I used to do a comparison of like, okay, the Makhaza, but now I had to adapt to this, and I had to prat my bro. So you understand me. So the atmosphere was different, and it was pretty much in terms of that's where my mom doesn't even know this, but that's when I got involved in those gangsterism and stuff. You see me as I'm funneling under the gangster, but I was. But I'm that guy who's very quiet. But those are the things that I got introduced to gangsterism in Delft. Anzo's mentioned. So for me, it was kind of like a very tough, and I'm lucky that I survived and to be here now, because because if I was that guy, I think I would have involved myself in so many things. So the personality that I have and the person that I am helped me into not being consumed by the new area that I moved into. Yeah.
Would you say moving back to a Khayelitsha was a relief for you?
Very much, because I can say in terms of some of a Khayelitsha, it wasn't just based on okay, we're just moving, but it's something that's based on it had to do with the growth, because in my Delft, it's me and my sisters and my mom. So we came to a stage where us as siblings, the three of us, we decided, man, we've been under the wing for quite some time, and for us to see how far and what we can do, let's move out. To grow, and for us to know so we need to independence. So we were searching for independence, and we were like, okay, no, let's do this and see how far and what we can do. And it's been good so far. It's quiet. That's one thing I can say. We actually 4.
Only by 4
it's
because
my big sister.
Makona mawele because they are confused, man. Yeah.
We don't have twins at my house.
Yeah.
I'm on my like it.
Yeah,
It's but needs about the confusion because it's sister wa momdala. Unangapkanela mntana. I think she's like 30 or something. Not 30, yeah. She's ufikile kwi 30s. Angikwazi nangamntana ndini
sister wa momdala nomuna 42.
She's new. Then it's me. Ibe ngaba babili ke nguhlombekazi no Sisonke. Usisonke uhlombekazi ngilo uyipainter uthanda ubaneno les blonde.
Uye ke lo ndaba.
Ulandele emva kwami ke yena.
Hlombe ne.
Yeah, uhlombekazi umbushi.
Ngulo in 14.
Oh yeah.
Funa pictures.
Sicela kuye da. Then we have the stylist and Sisonke, which is the younger one. Lo yambona mos.
Oh yeah.
The girl.
Yeah.
I love you.
I've seen you guys making food. What's happening?
Yes. So we go with Delft. That's one the weekend sandwich. That's why we missed the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So we decided to it's indlela zethu esisikarela ngazo to try and have it go up. So we had the weekend sandwich. So this like three as long as nepeka ne cheese ne cucumber ne tomato netswele. Yonke lonto siyithatha siyibeke emlilweni sispray. Wakho wasijaphi sonke spray way. Yathengisa, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah. 2022 guys. Ask
oh, so that's yenye izinto besenza I weekend sandwich and from the whole thing we didn't know we created something not knowing that it's something that's so big because normally a response that we'd get from abantu Tina's saying oh no we're just selling a sandwich and it's our way of hustling and trying to find new ways to venture into the business world if that's the right word to use but now you'd find abantu the response was like okay kayo lewe leweni ngaisayo it's different from what we usually because ekasi you get the same old thing you get it chips you get amagwinya it's his ways everyone knows about but now when Tina the whole thing everyone was shocked it's always that question how did you come about lewe and that December Olete was busy making food. That's when we were still living in Delft and then I decided like okay I took some bread dafake cheese a few ingredients because Sunday and it was on a Sunday so then I took the bread and because we were frying then I took the bread and and as soon as I took the first bite and then I took the bite and I went crazy. This is it tastes anyway and everyone went crazy. So that's how the whole thing was born. But okay, it wasn't something like okay guys, we're going to need this. No. That's how it was born, you know. So from there we took it and made it what it is now. You see, you even know about it. Okay.
Everything I eat is halal.
Oh, my friend.
No, I'm joking. Like,
we can. Won't you in red office? The time I think what was Portland red office and that turned up red office. I was like, who's this nigga? I think something happened, man. I do remember because we were selling at Rent Office. Where Ubuntu Chubela used to host his sessions. Yeah. I think there was something that even said now. But got how coffee was done by and then by Pokemon Bapan and we were like, I don't like this nigga.
It's a guy's dijalo.
But no, that was before I even was.
No. Now I'm straight. I'm straightforward.
You're straight.
I'm straightforward.
He's straight.
Tell me, like, the love of you presenting, was it pre-planned or nayo?
Yona, it wasn't pre-planned, ne? But it's how it manifested itself through Abantu, not through me. Because I was part of the organization Atengo Security from Delft, the Engosi Foundation. So with the energy that I have and how I do stuff, most of amaxesha besithi qho xa kho into lento ku-host shows nenoni, I would be like the MC of eza show. So Mabra saw that way, but man, he wants because Nakala was out and this MC don't and then and naughty. Okay, no, I had this and the love for presenting Nendon. So that's where in Kwayona, thanks to him, Nafut, that's where Yazala Konalawe, because as soon as Dan Kalusuganzalawe, that's when I started getting a response from my band. But I'm like, dude, you're actually quite good at this. You should do this. You should do this. So I was like, oh, okay. That's when I started going for auditions for for CTV. And
that was your first gig?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And but that was my first gig, but he auditioned me as Tatu.
Oh.
Yeah, because even how it happened, was I didn't Dandaya and Dandaya's no I got to I panel. Okay, okay, and they were like, okay, so do you know anything about the channel? Do you watch it? I'm like, no, I don't. And I had
I want to cut you talking about that. Sometimes I get people that don't know the podcast, bro.
Yes.
But they want to be in the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Because I think I understand that way, and it's because like kutata my chance in a way because that's like taking chances. So because you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. So for me, I had a whoa at the back. As soon as I was like, no, I don't watch the show. I've never really heard about it, but someone told me that there's auditions. Ow.
Yo, it's summer, guys.
Okay, so I went for auditions. Then I think I went for a second one, and I tried. So the third one, I didn't really go for auditions for the third one, but they were selecting a group of people that they thought was suitable for the show, and luckily that I made the cut. Then from ukwenze cut ipana dangayazi bakwenza kanti, and that's into yenzeke last year there, because I wanna do it because I sacrificed everything for this, because that's when I took it serious. Mostly last year, where been 9 to 5 one, and then when we decided to move a Makhaza, not really the smartest move that you can do. I left my 9 to 5, and then decided that I need to venture into this whole present, because that's when I started taking it seriously and seeing a reaction. I was like, oh, okay, cool, let's take this serious. Then while I was in Makhaza, the phone, I think that phone something, the contact Mr. Rich and touch bike say no, I'm like, their phone, because I don't remember can't audition or anything, so I wasn't really, because most of the time I used to emails that check almost every day. Refresh. So that someone is checking for quite some time. Someone did email that I need to be in studio, and that was 2 days before the audition. I think a day or 2 days before that way. So then I don't reach back. Say, Mr. Rich and contact back. Say, we are full now and up, and this is what's happening. So I went for the audition, and I was the last person to be there. Believe it or not, I did 4 takes.
Yeah.
The first time the figure part, I always like it. To me, it's uhlobo endleza ngalo. Dangekho ready for la way, but dafika I'm ready. I'm like, okay, I'm the last person who's going to shoot. Okay, ngena ready? Okay, dangena. As soon as ngena kula cala record wakulo, I don't know what happened to my body. That dizzy, and I be cranky. Yeah. Timuza eja surprise my bike says, "Sbu Ukraine." Liya buza excel Ukraine fit. Yeah, Rotman and co Ukraine. Kobiza manzi apha did excel sister. Ndicela uphuma nje ndiyethwele kuthiwa awukwazi, because as soon as they close elacanga, they're like, "No, you can't go out. You are here already." A stage, I think there was Ulama, Ayanda Makhuzeli. I forgot I think Nomasupa, Yonel.
Yeah.
A stage in the Africa, I'm doing his spins. I wasn't doing that in Galawi buying in Tifuna Mklambi. Okay, I want people to look at me and stuff. I'm nervous as hell, bruh. And I felt like there's something. I'm like, am I going to vomit? So that's so I did la way and I did, but I did. Okay, why can't you do this? Nelson Mandela did it. So Diane's Alaweta, but luckily I was what they were looking for. Besides me being good at script and delivering into it, they saw beyond that or past that, okay, we understand you didn't really nail it. Because the way people work or steady pa kuyaqhwatywa izandla kungena umuntu uve khala ayiphuma kuqhwaba izandla. So I'm like, yo, is this where I'm going? So I think ilawe ba into xa yeyakho ta yeyakho. So for me and that's in Makhaza na food, because they said that, okay, no guys, at the end, yeah, I did well after the 4th take or something. Then they were like, okay, no, it's cool. We're going to contact you guys. I think a week or 2 from there, from the audition day, and then Wednesday, contract Makhaza. Oh no, there was a second audition. Sorry, there was a second audition where we were paired up, and I think Anda is one of the people that I got paired up with, and we were talking about big close and stuff. Then when they said that Baza's contacted, they didn't say anything. I'm like, Makhaza. Believe me or not, the day Makhaza ngayo danhleli nalo work for uHlombekazi uMbusha sihleli soyi2 Makhaza like it's fine ke anthathwanga intoni. And then something told me like, say, go and check your emails, man, because there's always that thing when they ask, but I always go and check my email. You check your emails. Then I check my emails and say to you, they're like, congratulations, you made it to yeah. The first person I called was my mom. Because I was like, before everyone else, I need to make sure that I tell my mom. So from there, it has been that roller coaster. Last year for me, it was a year that from that I planned and set out for Bomba. It's one of, because when I'm sitting I told myself that, okay, this is what I'll be doing. I'm going into this. I'm doing this, and so with Lando, it's one of the greatest achievements for me from last year. So yeah, it's been laweta.
Yeah, it seems like a roller coaster.
I've never. I think it's because when I left Makhaza, Sashi Makhaza, kungeka build a train station. I think that in 2000. So I say senziwe. No, yengenziwe nonkubela station. We got to Delft. At Delft, there's just a bus that takes it, and the train is a pipe. So in the whole train experience, I've never really. Quite bus. A bus in there and go. All I could take. The takes it. Quite scholars it was just like right here next door from Delft. So if I don't want.
But
oh my god,
trains nayikhwela but ndayithandazela
but it's a boy. Yeah, because I heard the time our Minister of Transport where he was talking about this whole thing of Windows train system, because every time, because classy in the mornings, he can't out here Sive Tolpat, who's a stuntman. Jayam! So the Umchita is a stuntman, and he's one of the stuntmen from the movies Puma that features it's shot by Viola Davis. Okay. So it's the Woman King. He's the stuntman from Pa. And Umchita, where we jog every morning, we go to the beach, and then we do some flips. Now I can do I found experience.
And the bonnet come hey, I put a flex, I put hey, Buddha. But yeah, so I can't get up a station because I'm like, any transport system that we messed it up ourselves, because we can put the government and say, well, okay, in terms of the service delivery and stuff, but it's bad kwa train station because now we struggle in the transport it's by your taxi leweza, and it was quick, even though there was so much because most people that about the train have train stories of what happened abanye kugibsola market from the outside and stuff. So I'll end up not even so I was just saying about my boy man into the train station because now I've moved to a place where there's a train, but now the station is empty, nothing is happening. So it's an incident like counters for no longer I wonder about Exotwan as Bambi because Strogi was Bugel. Okay. Behave. Tell me about the experience of being a field presenter. Like Namdi, you're a field presenter for Ikasme, and I go into the field, I need to change gear. Funny like nalapa where I'm just comfortable. Then kukumihle car behind the camera. So pana like there's just everything that's happening, and Weske like come from a background yomculo.
He comes from a background yomculo.
So abantu bavele bafuna interactor nam kla kusa space, you understand? While I'm busy working, how's the experience for when?
I would say the experience yakona is there's so much growth and you learn a lot because utibana nabantu abaninzi, and for me Kamlana and City, the first time being a field presenter, and I have a field presenter, not really understanding the whole thing. And then when it actually happened, which is the first one was for the Rise of Estrada. It was hosted at 62 Strubens, like Bravo, no DJ Switch. So from that day, that's when my eyes were opened. So that's when my eyes got opened into you actually got to meet Abandaba different. There's so much interaction, and you have to know your subject, to know your story, and presentation yakho and how you deliver yourself. Because I find Lendu Teta a studio most of the time sometimes it's stuff that are rehearsed, or you comfort zone and just delivering a script. It's easier, but whereas when you're in the field, it's you clearly tell about we are there's so many things, and now you sometimes you have to know about the kind of people that you get to interview and what are you talking about and stuff. So for me it's been quite a learning curve, because I'm still learning even now, because it hasn't been even a year, and I'm good at what I'm doing. I don't want to you know, most there's this band like I tried. No, you like we need to you need to be confident about and be like, I know but not be arrogant about it. But what you're telling me, I'm good at what I'm doing, because I put in my time. I fully invest in this. So it's been a joyride, quite a roller coaster, because from the first time to Rise of Estrada to the ones that I've done with the ghetto sessions, because I've been even going ghetto sessions, and we've did.
If we are Bugela content, then we don't need to explain that part. Late, super late. I'm binge watch.
So okay, so la way bendistinta. La way tell us in Tara contes live and over medicine.
No, we start again. Sponsor, so.
Oh, you feel presenter. So I would say kufunda, and this is like a fast. That's the thing about it being a field presenter, and with us asking, mentioning into Estrupens. So from Estrupens to Ikero sessions, because Estrupens was my first time the Rise of Estrada Bravo, and now when I look back, I'm like, okay, I could have done this differently. I could, because since Nankala and I knew what I was going to, but then like what you like, yo, the house is packed and it's all the big names from a Cape Town. There's all Holy Alpha, there's all Trusted SLK, there's all Pizzo. And I ain't Pizzo, I ain't go Kido. I got to interview Kido there. Imagine a Kido. For me, that was something, because Ukirio, we come way back.
That's big. I also interviewed him.
So quite experience for him now. It was like ndafunda kakhulu, and even the response from the people, because Abantu looked at me as ingati they're like, you're very good at this and don't. I'm like, it's my first time, and for me to get that kind of response and that means I'm on the right track. So it's just a matter of now lakoni say it. Say, you can't invite a permanent. Okay, later a pill and tongue. Yes?
And pause.
Yeah, it's a bonus.
I too much information, go. I thank you. I thank you for pulling through. Nyakawam like uplesile, like uze ne blessings like couch.
Deep blessing and amal.
Ay mojal go bute ya chacha for a shout out.
Kalogo. freebies.
Go shout out for free.
I've been shouting out for free, and I never even got one transaction. And but again, and your presenter come and they are hosting a show star, and that too, just to mention, so so even with him who hoster, because I've been hosting shows, and that too has been something else, because it's the same as being Glandia field. You're in the field and you're hosting the shows. So that too, because Nation is an hoster for Prince SA, where he was doing a launch for Itamba in a space side launch in Long Street. Enya was for Leo Pretty August, where he was doing for slow seduction. Yeah, so that too, Yenye is in an hostile, but that's not all. So most of the time, I'm not just a presenter. Because it is our
busy to trail. What's our way?
In the way I unveil it evidence here. So abantu if freebies, there's a ton of freebies about that. And for me, it's not something that it's not easy for me to go from a Delft and to come and host a show for free. This is what I do for a living. So on the other side, because for a show to be awesome and be what it is, it's all up to a host. Because if your host flops, that means the show is out flop. So I'm that person who knows by whether you don't deliver with news and but when I'm on the mic, I need to make sure that abantu by event city, oh, that was nice. I don't just I'm doing it from now. I present myself and then I present you as a client, because to me I'm like a client layer. Okay, someone wants you to deliver, so I always aim to deliver. But I'm not taking those names because Nina more. That's more shaba.
Guys, what you delivery maternity what?
Hi.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Iputa. Yo.
Shout out.
There's that is. Outclassile. Outclass and a glavi.
I'm not in a class or class. Sascarella, but yeah, I'm doing my best, man.
But you big.
Yeah, because look at my work. I'm like couch, so that means yeah,
man. All the best, my G. All the best, and shout out to you. I appreciate you a lot. The family yakho nibulisile.
I'm on my way, abantwana basekhaya.
Bulisile. Abongo ndiyalazi.
I'm on my way. Kusibulele, noHlombekazi, Kyali, noSisonke. It's always the threesome. It's the three musketeers, because most of the time everywhere we go, like
bafana nawe na.
All late makathethi nyana.
Guys, see you next time, my faith, man. It's been a great one. This one is amazing. I think we got in 15 minutes. Lena?
We go over the time.
Yeah, it's over the time, man. Shout out to you, my brother. Yeah, so it's going fine. Yeah,
you go okay in this. I tell her because I couldn't need them.
They can apply CTV. You feel like
ne, I ask phone paham.
Don't mind your presenter, you apply as an artist. Enzele ngalaminke ngokundifakwa ngayo in interview wanguwe. Yebo?
Maizo, ngicela niyenze.
Yebo? Hey, it's your boy Coffee Man around in Cape Town. Kukuleto Barcelona machicho megla ogine pole. South Africa, man. See you in another episode. Shout out to everyone who subscribed. Pasam.
It's ginger.
Yeah, Pasam. Right about now we are cross broadcasting channel. I got my brother Usibu Oche, man.
Sure.
Otherwise, the grand, I'm the fresh brother.
Fresh and the fresh.
We hate it. What's happening, man? What are you looking forward to, Namhlanje?
I'm looking forward to vibes, and everything, because as you can see, Nina too. So I want to connect and actually get to hear because we have a lot of vendors.
Abantu bayazibuza but sir, we normally have one mic. Why is this mic here? Tell them, what are you doing?
Kaloku mna igama lam nguSibulele Tyhali, Mr Weekender, ibhura ebalulekileyo, and ndisuka phi? Ndisuka eMakhaza eKhayelitsha. Irhulumente manje yintoni i-presenter for i-show CTV Hype It Up. So
that's what I've been saying, guys, on my Facebook. But let's work together, man. Let's collaborate. Whatever production you are pushing, whatever broadcasting you are pushing, let's all come together, man. This is about the industry. Shout out to everyone who's watching. And your boy,
Sibulele, Mr Weekender, Uncle Bura wenu wanamhlanje. But manyam,
we out.
Ebola mntana wayendithanda na sibroke up with him.
Hayi.
Uthanda enye ungangqongqoyo efikayo esikoleni.
Oh, hayi bo mntanam, nyana. But right ke ngokwena. Awukho right? Ayikuphathi kakuhle loo nto. Uthini umbuzile? Wathini?
Wathi akasemthandi.
Uthanda laa nkwenkwe? Okay.
Yo.
Thando!
Mom? Mom?